If someone is shot in the eye, they will probably hold on for a few minutes before dying. However, if you survive this, you are just one lucky person. But even if you survive this, you might end up in a coma and experience something like brain damage, which could eventually kill you. But Ryan Waller managed to survive a gunshot wound to the eye. However, instead of the cops taking him to the hospital first, they took him to the police station to interrogate him. Ryan had to undergo one of the longest interrogations ever because he was in pain. But what happened before the detective realized that the suspect was dying? Stay tuned to find out. On December 23, 2006, Ryan and his girlfriend, Heather Kwan, were attacked in their home by two men who wanted revenge for a past argument. When Ryan heard the noise at the door, he went to investigate, and this is where things went south. As he was trying to close the door, a hand reached in and shot twice, shooting him in the eye. The two assailants, Richie and Larry Carver, then entered the house and shot Heather, killing her on the spot. Because of the shot in the eye, Ryan was too weak to call for help. 2 days later, the police came after receiving a call from Ryan's father that he was missing. But when they entered the house, they found Ryan lying beside Heather's lifeless body. Because of the way things looked, he immediately became a suspect, and instead of taking him to the hospital first, the police took him straight to the interrogation room. When Ryan got to the interrogation room, he was left alone, and you could clearly see he was in pain. To make matters worse, he was handcuffed to the desk, which meant he couldn't even shout for help.
Man.
Despite his behavior, the detectives cannot tell that Ryan is in pain and go on with the interrogation anyway.
You have no idea why you're down here? Okay. I don't know what happened, okay? So I'm going to read you something to make sure you understand your rights, okay? Ever seen a TV show Cops or CSI or anything like that?
Okay.
You ever seen that?
No.
You've never seen any kind of cop show? Lawyer show? Any kind of show?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to listen up real close now. Okay, you have the right to remain silent. Do you have a girlfriend? No.
The entire time the detective is asking Ryan questions, Ryan seems uneasy, and even the answers he gave could tell a lot. I mean, who couldn't remember the highest grade he went to? However, the detective was utterly ignorant of this and kept asking questions, even when he said he didn't know the simplest questions. But what raises more questions is that the detective didn't actually pay attention to the red spot around his eye.
What happened to your face?
I don't know.
You told the officer just a few minutes ago that someone hit you. Do you remember who hit you?
I think it was Heather.
Why would Heather hit you?
It was an accident. I forgot why.
What was an accident?
Heather's last name?
No. What was an accident?
Heather hitting me.
What did she hit you with?
Her hand in the eye.
After asking him some questions about his girlfriend, which he doesn't seem to remember very well, the detective finally asks about the red patch around his eye. However, it appears that Ryan doesn't even remember being shot or any break-ins. Instead, he tells the detective that it was Heather who hit him by accident. At this point, it was clear that Ryan was suffering a traumatic brain injury, and all the details about that night were hazy. But if it were true that he was even hit, he should be checked by a doctor before the interrogation. As the interrogation continues, things become worse.
What happened last night?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I really don't. I just want to go to sleep and go to sleep.
Well, you remember Heather hitting you in the eye, right?
I don't know what anybody was doing. I really don't.
Who was in the house when you went to sleep?
Christina and Heather.
Christina and Heather. And Christina was on the couch?
Heather was.
Both of you?
Yeah.
The interrogation goes on for a while, and Ryan seems to remember some details. But all this time, it looks like he is in pain, and it even seems more painful as he tries to remember. He remembers some details, such as that there were two men who came with revolvers. However, with the way the detective asks the questions, it seems he doesn't believe Ryan's answers.
Who you at?
I got shot in the eye.
You got shot in the eye
I think so.
with a revolver.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Fuck.
Then what happened?
I don't know.
You don't know a lot, Ryan.
I don't, man. I really don't.
The good thing is that Ryan remembers getting shot in the eye. But when the detective asks again, he doesn't know. Do you see a pattern here? Because of the shot in the eye, Ryan was unsure if what he was saying was true. But it got to a point where he was in so much pain that he had to lie on the table. When he told the detective that he was shot, the detective mocked him, telling him he wouldn't even be alive. For the next hour or so, Ryan tries explaining to the detective what happened, but the detective doesn't seem to understand. He should have at least read his body language because the whole time, Ryan was uneasy. After the longest hour of his life, the detective finally realized something was wrong, and when he called the fire department, they confirmed that he was indeed shot in the eye. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more engaging content like this one. See you like this one.